Congrats on being in the first trimester of pregnancy. You've just embarked on one of the most exciting journeys of your life. While you're navigating those early pregnancy symptoms like nausea and fatigue, it's oftentimes very easy to overlook one critical thing, and that's really your nutrition. But what you eat is actually really important during the first trimester, because this sets the stage for your baby's development, and it could even help you feel a lot better along the way. I'm Dr. Christina Pinnock, and I'm a board-certified OBGYN and high-risk pregnancy doctor, passionate about helping you to have a healthy and enjoyable pregnancy. I'm here to guide you through some essential nutrition tips that I think you need to know for the first trimester. And whether you're dealing with morning sickness or wondering what foods are safe, this video has you covered. Now let's dive in and find out what things can help you feel your best, also while fueling your baby's growth. During your first trimester, your baby's organs, including the brain, spinal column, and other internal organs, are developing. And this time frame is a really intense time of growth. And so getting the right nutrients in the first trimester will also help to give your baby the best start. And also getting some essential nutrients can also help with those early pregnancy symptoms. But I know it's not always easy to eat when you're feeling nauseous or even exhausted. So I'm gonna break this down into some simple tips to help you stay on top of your nutrition and to keep both you and your baby healthy. So the first tip I'm gonna leave you with is to just try to focus all of your foods that you eat around things that are high in folic acid. Because as I've mentioned in previous videos, this nutrient is absolutely crucial during the first trimester because it's helping to prevent neural tube defects, which is when there's an opening in the baby's brain or spine. And so you want to make sure you get at least 400 to 800 micrograms of folic acid every day. And this can be done using a prenatal vitamin. But I think if you're going to be talking about nutrition, you can add extra boosts of folic acid through the foods that you eat. And these foods include leafy green vegetables like spinach or kale, having your favorite cereals. Try to let them not be too sugary, but if they're fortified, they'll definitely have folic acid in them. Other foods like lentils and oranges, interestingly, are also pretty high in folic acid. And not only are these foods packed with folic acid, but they actually can help to contribute to your overall nutrient intake as well as your health. So I'd say using these tips, you can help to both balance your nutrient intake as well as increase your folic acid intake for pregnancy. Now, the second tip I'll leave you with for nutrition in the first trimester is to really try to keep it simple when dealing with nausea. If you're dealing with nausea, it can be really brutal, and so eating can be a bit tricky. But the key is to eat small, frequent, bland foods that are really easy to digest. So here are some nausea-friendly foods to keep on your radar during the first trimester to help with those symptoms. So these foods include crackers. If you can try for whole grain ones or whole wheat ones, that would be great. Toast, similarly, whole grain toast would be great, but really whatever you're tolerating is fine. Things like bananas can be broken down really simply and easily by your body, as well as rice, especially rice that's bland without any sauces or anything on it, can actually help to soothe your stomach. So these gentle, plain foods can help to settle your stomach. And if your stomach can't handle large meals, don't worry. These small, frequent meals are more than enough to snack on and to eat on during this early stage of pregnancy. That will be enough to keep both you and your baby healthy. The third tip I want to leave you with is staying hydrated. And staying hydrated is so important during pregnancy, especially when nausea is making it hard to eat. So if you're not tolerating a lot of food, at least try to stay hydrated to make sure that you're not getting severely dehydrated and feeling worse. So if you want to give yourself a mental goal, you can try for about 8 to 10 glasses of water per day. And if plain water is really not doing it for you, you can try herbal teas. Ginger or peppermint tea can actually help with nausea. So those are both great to both stay hydrated and to settle your stomach. If you want to go for soups, so soups that are made from broth, so like chicken soups or other soups similar to that, are also really great. And lastly, if you want to add a splash of lemon or cucumber to your water to add flavor, that can also settle your stomach and also keep you very hydrated. So those are some great options in terms of hydration. The fourth tip I want to leave you with is to really think about how you balance your meals. So even if you're not feeling up to full meals, it's really important to try to include a balance of nutrients throughout the day as you go ahead and choose which small meals to eat. And here's a simple formula that I recommend you follow. The first step in balancing your meal is to make sure that you have some sort of protein on your plate. So whether that's a lean meat like chicken or another source of protein like eggs or beans or nuts, this is really essential to help with your baby's growth. And it also helps to keep you full. So including protein in each meal is really great. The other component to a balanced meal is making sure that you have healthy fats. So things like avocados, nuts, olive oils, these also provide essential fats for brain development, and it also balances out the nutrient on your plate. Next are complex carbohydrates. So these things like whole grains, whole wheat bread, brown rice, quinoa, sweet potato, they actually help to give you a lot of energy. They help you to stay full. And it also helps to balance out that nutrient density that you want to include in your meal. So by focusing on a mix of these nutrients, you're going to be giving your baby and your body everything that you need to grow and stay healthy. Even if you're eating these foods in smaller portions, they're going to be great to eat throughout the day. Now, before we go, I do want to touch on briefly some foods you want to avoid eating during the first trimester. And these foods include raw or undercooked meats, soft cheeses, fish that are high in mercury, alcohol, as well as really high levels of caffeine intake. You really want to limit your caffeine intake to around 200 milligrams a day. So that's about 1 12-ounce cup of coffee per day. Don't forget to keep an eye out for these foods and substances to try to avoid in the first trimester of pregnancy. I hope these nutrition tips help you to feel more confident as you navigate your first trimester. Remember, you really don't have to eat perfectly every day. It's really just about doing the best that you can while navigating the challenges of the first trimester. Your body is working really hard. You're doing a great job already. And so try to stay positive and do the best that you can. Now, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any useful pregnancy tips and any new videos that I share. And as always, if you're interested in finding out a more comprehensive list of foods to avoid eating in pregnancy, don't forget to take a look at my checklist about 10 foods to avoid eating in pregnancy at badpregnancyfoods.com, or you can find it in the description box below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.